So, hey everybody, welcome back to Smirking Gun. This is Rob, doing my second try. Nobody has seen the first one of the Walking Dead season finale of season 6, The Last Day on Earth. I tried to make one, but I was I spoke too much about every scene that it went on way too long, and I decided to delete it before it got aired or uploaded. I'm trying to make this more concise because really, this is the whole thing's been leading up to this. So what I'm going to talk about, full spoilers. You know, if you haven't watched it, get out from the rock you're living under and watch it. Unless you don't like it, that's fine. But I want to talk about just a few key things before I get to the main thing. So we're going to get Morgan finds Carol. He finds a horse at the beginning, which is cool. It also turns out that Lenny James, the actor, has always wanted to ride a horse, and there's not a lot in South London to ride, so he can cross that off his bucket list. He finds a horse. He finds Carol. She doesn't want to be saved. There's something really going on with this character. I really hope there's something more going on with this character than the writing, because I don't understand her quick change. I feel like there's a guilt underneath this. Like something happened. And I'll get to that. So, she doesn't want to live. He's trying to convince her to live. He ends up, like, leaving conveniently so that the stalker that's been after her, that she wiped out all those guys at the truck, finds her, shoots her a couple of times. He's about to walk away, like she's not even worth his time, but she talks him into coming back to kill her. And right before he does, Morgan shows up, says, hey, you don't have to do this. But the guy's like, nope, and Morgan shoots him like 6 times. And it almost looks like boom, 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 like just all like really close headshots. So that's going to be a problem for Morgan, I guess. You know, he had to kill somebody to protect somebody that he loved. I think it's necessary for Morgan to have these questions of his own idealism, because, just choosing not to kill in this world is pretty ridiculous. In our world, choosing not to kill is an everyday thing. We just don't do it because we're not in a zombie apocalypse. But anyway, so that's their main thing, and they go away. So I want to get that part over with. What I want to talk about mostly is the helplessness of this episode and the hopelessness of this episode, and how it starts in a very positive way. Where Rick's group, when they leave and they're going out, like Daryl's already out there. And, we already know Daryl and Glenn and Michonne and Rosita have been captured. Daryl is shot. Nobody at Alexandria knows it. Morgan and Carol are doing their thing, so nobody knows about that, except for Rick, who leaves, comes back, and now leaves with, Sasha and Carl and Abraham and Eugene and Aaron. And if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize, but they leave to go take Maggie to Hilltop because of what's going on with her. Like, they think there's something wrong with her pregnancy. The problem I have with this is that every time they leave with the most positive attitude, like, we can do anything together because we're together. We've been able to do all this together. So they leave, and every time they get to a certain point, they get stopped at a roadblock. And I guess the first one they get stopped at is the one that's played by, he's played by Stephen Ogg, the guy that you would know from Trevor from the Grand Theft Auto series, who's almost as scary as, I gotta stop knocking Rick over. Maybe that's a sign. Almost as scary as Negan. And he basically is telling them, you're gonna, like, we want all your shit. Rick says, well, I was gonna say I wanted all your shit. He's still not convinced that he's kind of up shit creek without a paddle. It's one of the great lines of the episode, actually, where Abraham says, we're, I wrote it down from the first one. Dang it, I need to find it. Really gotta find it. I'm just gonna keep looking. Abraham Lot has a lot of things that he says. What the bitch nuts. I heard from Talking Dead that they basically just have dice where they just throw them on the ground and whatever two things land, that's what they say for Abraham's character. Bitch nuts, though. That's a really good one. Dang it, I'm still not finding it. It's basically, he says like something like, we're up shit creek without a paddle, with our mouths wide open, kind of thing. Because everywhere they go, there's more saviors waiting to stop them. And they keep looking at their map, going to Hilltop, and it leads me to believe that these people knew that they were leaving to go to Hilltop. Especially when you have a whole bunch of logs in the middle of the road. Anybody can cut down some logs and block a road, but how did they know that they were going to be there on that specific day? Were they just blocking anybody from getting through that road? So it leads me to believe that there's like something else going on. Like they planned, like they knew that they were going to be headed out to Hilltop right then, which means really there's a spy or somebody did something in Alexandria to let them know that they were coming. That's why I thought about Carol and the guilt she's going through. And the things that she's done in the past to, help out Alexandria. And I didn't come up with this idea on my own. Jeremy Johns did it, and it just, after, it's a slim theory, but after a while I started thinking about the routes that they keep taking and keep getting blocked. And I'm not giving full spoilers in this because I really want to hit the high points that everybody knows about already if you haven't watched the episode, if you've watched the episode. So I feel like there's something else going on. Well, they finally have to give up. Eugene gives Rick the recipe for bullets, says, I'm going out. I'm going to take the RV. They don't know how many people are in our RV. But they do. But because they find him. And they drag him out again. Like, this is the second time Eugene's been dragged out after he's tried to get away from something, or whatever. And they lure them with that, when you hear the crazy whistle, and that's when you finally meet the man. Played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I wish I had one of those in Funko Pop Land of Negan. It'd be pretty sweet. Because he's just right out of the comic books. I mean, yeah, he's doesn't have his beard shaved, but I think that might be like, casting him late and not knowing, what to do. Maybe he has it in his contract that he just doesn't shave his beard for anybody. But he was so intense. He brought it, man. He really brought it. I mean, they said it was like a 15-hour shoot. And the best part about that is, to me, that mostly if they were doing a 15-hour shoot like that and the guy's kind of talking POV style to a bunch of people, they wouldn't have the actual actors there. But the actual actors that were there for 15 hours giving it 150, 200% every take so that he would have a good scene, a good introduction to the series. And he really did. I mean, he brought it, man. PP Pants City, man, like, it's just, like, nuts. I mean, are we pissing our pants yet? Oh, I do have the feeling we're getting close. It's gonna be PP Pants City real soon. Which one of you pricks is the leader? I mean, it's directly, hi, Rick. I'm Negan. I mean, it's pretty much word for word. I mean, when he's like, this is Lucille. And she is awesome. And yeah, we don't find out who gets killed. We don't. It sucks. Some people call it a ploy. I don't know what to say. There's no matter what the real reason is of why they didn't show who got killed, they're not going to tell us. They're not going to, AMC is not going to, and the creators are not going to come out and say, yeah, we just wanted to fuck with you. Because then they might actually lose viewership on it. So anyway, this, despite everybody else's reaction to this, I think it's a 10 out of 10 because the intensity and the hopelessness and the helplessness that they feel by the end of the episode is so palpable. Rick is just like, from the way he started at the beginning to the way it ends, the way Carl was at the beginning and the way it ends, the way that the people that were locked up already and thought they were just getting executed find out that all their friends are now trapped too. And then they bring out this bigger than life character. And then, you know, they have the other guys where they just keep, the guy they introduced, Stephen Ike's character, they don't give him a name, I don't think. They brought a menace to this that is really, really good. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I don't give a crap what anybody else says. So even though it's going to be a long time before we find out who actually got the, you know, the Lucille treatment, we have Fear the Walking Dead to look forward to. So anyway, yes, I said it's 10 out of 10 for me. I don't care. I loved it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan brought it. Perfect casting. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen, even though we got to wait a while. So, this is Rob from Smirking Gun. I'll be back to do Walking Dead episodes back in probably in October or something like that. I'll continue to do more videos, and I hope for you guys to like and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.